Hey everybody, it's Marco with HOELSCHER GEBBIA CEPEDA PLLC, and we're here today to dive into some issues regarding back to school with kids and parents, and some issues that arise between parents who may not get along or agree with their kids going back to school. But before we dive into it, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button here so you can be sure to get all future videos from HCC TV. So it's August, so with school coming back in session for most students, a lot of issues are coming to the forefront right now that are novel because of the COVID-19 pandemic. One of those issues is should students attend in person or virtual? A lot of schools are giving the parents the option to make that decision. However, what happens if the parents are divorced and they don't agree? Well, normally you'd have to go back to the divorce decree and see what's stipulated in the divorce decree and who gets the exclusive right or the joint right to make educational decisions. So obviously if one parent has the exclusive right to make the educational decisions for the kids, then they get to make the call, in school or virtual. The problem that's happening right now is, what if they both have the independent rights, meaning that neither one trumps the other? And what if one parent wants to do in-home and the other parent wants to do virtual? Well, then you have a potential issue there because nobody trumps the other. So what you'd have to look at there is, can you come to an agreement? Number one, can you talk to the other parent and tell them your side of it, why you think they should go to school or stay at home? There could be issues with health for your child, the risk of going to school or bringing that home if you're susceptible to the other, to certain illnesses as well. There's other issues regarding of what's better for the child. That's the number one thing that the judge is going to look at, is what's in the best interest of the child. Is it better for the child to go to school in person or virtually? These are questions you need to start asking yourself before you move forward and trying to decide what you want to do with your child. If you and the other spouse, your ex-spouse, can't agree, then you may have to go to court. The problem is that the courts, it's kind of difficult to get into court right now, and you may not get into court before school starts. So number one, you should try to agree on the issues at hand here and see if you guys can come to some kind of an agreement before you have to go to court. Number two is, if it's that important and you guys cannot reach an agreement, then you all need to go to court. So another question that we get a lot is, what about extracurricular activities? Will that come into effect? Well, that can play into the best interest of the child if court rules that that's in the child's best interest is to attend these extracurricular activities. However, a lot of schools it's not even sure if they are going to have sports anymore at this point. So everything's up in the air right now. The ultimate issue that you have to be aware of, if you're going to go back to court, you have to be prepared to make the arguments of what's in the child's best interest. And what that means is it better for your child to go to school or stay at home? Health reasons, educational reasons, even economic reasons you have to think about. If your child has to stay at home, can somebody stay at home with your child and do the in-home learning? Or do you have to hire somebody, and maybe a daycare lady or a nanny, to watch over your children? That's an issue right there. Do the parents have to work? Is it feasible to have them stay at home? These are all issues that are going to come up, and you should try the best you can to work with the other parent to resolve those issues. The judges right now are doing their best to move the dockets along, and they're doing a pretty good job, but there's no guarantee you can get in right away. So if you can, work with the other parent. If not, try to get to court as soon as possible, and be prepared to make the best arguments you can. Well, that wraps up today's episode of HCC TV. I hope it was informative. But before we let you go, we just want to let you know that you're not alone going through this whole pandemic. A lot of people are going through what you're going through. This is a novel thing for all of us. We're here for you to answer any questions that you may have and hopefully help you resolve this one way or another. But before you go, don't forget to like HCC on social media and follow us. All our accounts are listed in the description below, because we have cool stuff at the firm and we don't want you all to miss it. Take care.